Hey, Darrell Weston here. Working at the Mazama Center today. We're going to do a little passing the knot on Rappel. So, first things first, I got a chest harness on. So I'm going to go ahead and clip that to the rope above my ATC. It just makes it a little easier for me. Hang here and talk to you guys. So, right here's the knot. Notice I've stopped about 8 inches above it. Okay? Gives me just enough room to work. So, at this point, I'm going to take my waist pressing. I'm going to put it up above. It doesn't really matter where I tie it on up here because I'm just going to adjust it. Okay. Got one more. What the heck? If you have a real long waist pressing, I'd suggest putting a knot in it because you don't want it to be too long. That'll work. So now I take a locker, lock that on a belay loop. Okay. Now I'm going to pull up the rope here. I'm going to pull up 4 to 5 feet, put in a catastrophe knot. This is in case I screw up the system. I won't deck. I'll hit this. That should be just enough to get into it. Sorry about the spinning. Hang here. So now I take that, and I want to lock that onto a belay loop also. And that's real important. Because if you locked it onto a gear loop or something and then fell on it, it wouldn't do you any good, it'd just rip it right out. So, okay, there we go. Here's the knot I'm trying to pass. I've got my waist pressing on, slide that up. Now I'm going to slip my auto block, and I'm going to lower myself onto that waist pressing right here. You can see it getting weighted. Excellent. I'm going to undo my auto block, take it off. While I've got it in my hand, I'm just going to move it right back below it, put it right back on. Make sure you put enough wraps that it holds. All right. Now, take my chest harness, I'll move that there onto my waist pressing. Now I take my ATC off, move it to the other side, put it right back in. There. Tighten up my auto block to it. All right. Now I might be able to just reach up and pull this down. If I'm lucky, it might slide enough. But we'll assume it won't. So then we get our leg pressing out. We put that on the rope below our waist. Remember, it's always waist away, right? Which means the waist one is higher. So there's my leg pressing on. All right. Slide that down a little bit. I just need to be able to take my weight off the rope when I stand in it. Oh, that worked just fine. Break the back on my pressing, slide it down, stop just above, a couple inches, sit down. It's just like climbing the rope reversed, right? Slide that right down to the knot, stand up again, slide this down. Now this time, I need to move that chest harness again. There. All right. Now, I'm ready to take these pressings off because they'll be in my way. I want to make sure I keep them with me. So, first off comes the waist one. Super. One done. Did I mention that this is tiring? So, it's a fairly straightforward system. Now, before I go anywhere, real important that I take out my catastrophe knot. Because if I don't do that, I'll lower myself onto it. created a whole lot more work for myself to have to reclimb to unweight it. Okay, so I'm below the knot. I'll take off my chest harness here. Slip my auto block and rappel out of here. That's it, passing the knot.